Have you noticed how dancing with disruption is not optional right now? Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever it is that you do, you have been impacted by the disruptive force of the global pandemic. Are you trying to pretend that disruption isn't happening, or are you looking it straight in the eye and walking into your fear? For some, it has been like learning to do a fast foxtrot. For others, it's about a dramatic tango. And perhaps you are feeling like you're in a flat spin. Maybe you're even out of control or tripping over your feet right now. Maybe you've ground to a halt or even hit the floor. So in my 53 years of doing life, I've worked out that most of our really big lessons and growth come at the feet of pain, disappointment, and loss. It's unfortunate that suffering seems to come with our growth, whether you're an adult or a child. I really wish it wasn't this way. The path of enlightenment does seem to involve some suffering and hardship. You see, when things are going well, we actually think we're in control, but it's an absolute illusion. And it takes things to fall apart for us to discover there is actually no control, just acceptance. And you can either choose what happens next, or you become a victim of what happens next. So maybe the word suffering really is all about the disruption of our very carefully planned reality. And when it's upended, especially without our permission, we suffer. So sometimes, let's look at change and disruption. We choose to internally disrupt ourselves on purpose. Think of these scenarios. Getting married, well, as much as it's a happy moment, it changes everything. Having children, well, that has to be the most mega disruption of all time. Divorce, changing jobs, moving cities, towns, even country. Those are some really practical examples. And with all of those, there's an adjustment process that we go through to learn to live with this new reality. And it does involve a little bit of discomfort and sometimes a huge amount of suffering. And when we move into different life stages or different seasons, there's also an adjustment. We have to accommodate the changes, the newness, and the new steps to the dance. We have to learn those new steps to the dance. So sometimes we have to let go of the picture that we've held onto so tightly in our mind's eye because it's broken, it's forever changed, and so are we. And we learn to live with whatever or whomever it is that we have lost or stepped away from. This is what I call the dance with disruption, and it opens us up to a field of possibilities we never knew were there before. So that's the upside of disruption. And even in the worst of times, if we have opportunity eyes, or if we view our situation and circumstances with curiosity, those possibilities and opportunities really are there. We need to look for the windows and the doors. So whether the global pandemic has improved your business, whether your business has suffered, whether your cash flow has suffered, whether you've lost a loved one, a colleague, maybe it's the loss of choice, and that's a biggie for most of us. We've all lost the power of choice, the freedom to choose. Our sense of reality has been challenged, and that shifts the way we think and feel about absolutely everything. And trying to get back to the way things were is really counterproductive because that reality has gone. And I'm not sure if you've read the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, but he says when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. So at the heart of disruption lies a call to look inwards, and this is really the important work of our lives, and we often miss it. We'd rather point a finger outwards and name and blame the world and somebody else, but we forget there are three fingers pointing back at us. And our empowerment comes when we start investigating me and engaging in the work required to shift our own perspective and to go deeper within. So it's in this space that we can choose a new response, and perhaps even a different response from the way we have responded before. I like to say that somewhere between the collateral damage and the collateral beauty is that space. That is the space for discovery, and for reinvention. And this is how I choose to develop my new steps in the dance with disruption. So where there is change and uncertainty, there is possibility, newness, and opportunity. The question is, can you see it? Are you embracing it? Are you stretching yourself? Rather than resisting disruption, I'm inviting you to dance with it. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the red button below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And why not click on the link below so that you can get all my Start Right weekly videos directly into your inbox. Share these videos with any colleagues or friends so that we can all future-proof ourselves to win at both work and life.